All right, guys, we're back still on our Disney trip series, and today we are going to talk about Hollywood Studios. Like I said before, I have been to this park before it was called Hollywood Studios, when it was called MGM's MGM. I was gonna say MGM Studios. No. So I have seen the changes of the park. Many a time over, but this one has never been. So I want to get your take on Hollywood Studios.
Well, I guess first and foremost, it was one of the coolest parks I thought. Um, I think the layout was really cool. It had some really neat rides, but the layout was really neat. I like the walk, the kind of downtown walk with all the palm trees, and then you can see the Tower of Terror off in the distance, and it just kind of has that. Oh, what is it?
It's a old
The
Hollywood and Vine
Yeah.
vibe.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
And that was neat. And then they just had stuff a little more up my alley. It's not so Disney princessy. It was Star Wars is cool. I like Star
What
Wars.
did you think about? I'll break it down in the
Sure.
lands for you. Um, what did you think about Star Wars Land?
Star Wars Land was really cool. Really cool. It was really immersive. Um, the rides there were really cool.
Just Star Wars. Just stick to
Just the
Star Wars.
land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah, the land was really cool. They had the.
Seeing it for the first time, like you're kind of a Star Wars ish
Mm-hmm.
person. How did you feel? Like, were you like, wow, this is amazing, this is the best experience, like, oh my gosh, or were you just like, this is neat?
I was more like, this is neat. Well, I'm 28 years old. If I was 15 or, around that age, that would have probably hit me a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
But but I'm still, yeah, I appreciated it. It was really cool, and it was really immersive, and it had some of the shops that were in there. You had the cashier was dressed up as Star Wars, as somebody from Star Wars, a trader from Star Wars, and that was neat. They really try to immerse you in the themes that they have around there. And the cantina was cool. The second we were in there, because you have to make a reservation. That's a whole other thing, but
Yeah.
but it was neat. It was really neat, and then the whole layout was really cool. I mean, everything in Star Wars Land
Would you
is Star
think?
Wars.
Oh, what about Toy Story Land? That's
Toy
another
Story
one.
Land was cool. Toy Story Land was neat as well. They all try to really immerse you in what they are, and so if they are a Toy Story Land or a Star Wars Land, if they are trying to just be one thing, they build everything around it to look like that. Star Wars,
And eating as well.
yeah,
Like
the food as well,
everything
yeah.
is immersive. So,
Hmm.
um, an overall park. Did you think that this park was small?
Well, no, not
I
at the
think it's
moment.
the smallest park
Not at the moment. Not when we were there, but after having done the rest,
of the
yeah.
rest of them. So
Mhm.
it is one of the small. It's smaller of the four.
Mhm.
It's easy to do. I think he really liked the ease and the layout of the park because it was just one big circle that
Mhm.
you could just go round and round and round, and we did. We
Yeah.
went round and round and round. Um, let's talk about the rides in this park because instead of doing just a rides in general, let's talk about the rides here.
In Star Wars
No,
or Toy Story.
in the whole Hollywood
Oh,
Studios.
okay. Well, Let's start at Toy Story. So the first ride her and I went on was gosh, what was it?
Toy Story. It's
Mania.
Toy Story
Toy Story
Mania.
Mania. That's it. And you sit in this. You're on a. It's like a little cart on a track, and you have a
I
little
think they know.
blaster. Okay. Anyway, that was really fun. That was a cool one. And then we waited for Slinky Dog Dash. That took some time, but that was a nice, small, smooth coaster.
So
And
okay, so let's just break down the Toy Story Mania.
Mhm.
So is this a ride that you would do over and over again as a coaster person? Like you're a thrill seeker coaster person.
mhm.
So would this be a ride for you to be like, that's a must do? Don't skip this ride.
Within thrill seat, no.
Okay.
No. For
But
fun and just getting to do a ride, yeah.
because it's 3D glasses,
Mm-hmm.
for a motion sickness person.
You'll probably be okay. I get very seasick, and nothing there made me feel bad.
So he took Dramamine
Mm-hmm.
every single day. We'll break down each and every park and the rides for you in the park. So basically, no, he didn't get any motion sickness on this ride.
And I don't think I would have if I didn't take Dramamine.
Okay,
That was
that's what
I
I
took
wanted.
Dramamine for the simulated rides, and they weren't.
Okay.
I think I would have been
We'll
okay.
get there. Calm down. So, Toy Story Mania is not a must for a thrill seeker, but for a person that's not a thrill seeker like myself, it is a must ride. So, yes. The other thing in Toy Story, they have aliens flying saucers. That ride is so much fun if you get a good alien. This one is definitely for small children and big kids alike. It is not a thrill-seeking ride, and you shouldn't wait more than we waited, because it was the day that we went. It was pretty busy, and we went on a Sunday, and it was fairly busy. The wait times did not go down. Alien saucers, I think we waited like 25 minutes, probably 30.
Yeah.
And you should never wait for alien
30 or
saucers
40.
for 30.
We waited a long time.
We waited 35 minutes for that, but it didn't seem like 35. I think it was more like 25.
Yeah, none of the wait. That is one thing, to get off track a little bit. None of the wait times when we were there were actually how long you waited. There might have been one or two, maybe like one or
Slinky
two.
Dog Dash was.
Slinky Dog Dash was, there, and then Avatar at the other park. But other than that,
So, as your take, what about alien saucers? Skip a ride.
It's something you could do at your county fair.
Skip a ride. Skip a ride.
Skip a ride.
Skip or ride.
Oh, skip a ride. I would skip it.
Okay.
But
I would ride it. I would ride it. And then Slinky Dog Dash.
Now, Slinky Dog Dash, I would definitely ride that again.
That is a roller coaster. Yeah. Would you say, as far as a level from like intensity to less intense, where would you level that off?
On an intensity scale of 1 to 5, I would probably say it was a 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very smooth. It doesn't go upside down. It's not very fast. It's just a smooth, fun coaster. It's a great starter coaster, for sure. And I wouldn't wait more than an hour to do that either.
I would not even wait an hour. No.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
I will say in this video and all the videos of our park days and our rides, we did not pay for any of these rides. Like most people are starting to pay now, and I will make a totally separate video on my opinion on that.
The Fast Pass.
The Fast Passes, because I think that is so bad of Disney. But anyway, so that's all in Toy Story Land. Star Wars.
Okay, Star Wars had one of the coolest rides there.
Rise of the Resistance.
And I'm not going to ruin it for y'all.
They already know.
It's just really super, super immersive.
I did go on it. So this guy likes thrill rides. I do not like dark. I don't like surprises. I don't like tracks. And I don't like going down very fast.
I like all that.
So I did ride the Rise of the Resistance before. I did not ride it with him, but I knew what to expect. And I just was like, you know what? I just don't feel like impressing anybody, and I don't need to, and I'm not going to ride this ride. I already rode it. I don't need to ride it again. And so I would say if you are a person who is like me, that you're not into all of that stuff, it is a pretty awesome ride, except for that one itsy bitsy little part.
It's not
I would say go on it, even if you're a scaredy person like myself and you don't like that feeling. It's very quick. It's at the very end.
Yeah, it has one tiny.
It's so quick. It's just, you can brace yourself, and I mean, don't try to get into your thoughts about it or anxiety about it, because once you've done it, you've done it, and you don't have to do it again.
It's not a thrill ride. It's
It's
more of
not a
an
thrill ride.
immerse. It's just really
It's just like
immersive.
Ratatouille if you've been on Ratatouille. But it's nothing. It's not a track. It's nothing going down like this. It does have one tiny little drop, like an elevator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
that's what it feels like.
it's not
A
like
fast
it's
elevator,
not
just a
it's
quick
not
drop.
it's not a big drop. So if you don't like drops and you're anxiety about it, and you're just know that I have high anxiety with that stuff, and I went on it knowing that there was a little bit of a drop, like an elevator, but it's nothing crazy, and you can get over it. So just know that for the little ones and for people that are a little hesitant on going on rides. So I've done it, and I think if I've done it, you can do it. So I'm just saying. Now you did not do the Millennium Falcon.
I didn't do that one.
The Millennium Falcon, for those of you that don't know, it's when you are having a job and you're like Han Solo basically, and someone gets to be the pilot, someone gets to be the gunner, things like that. Depending upon your experience, you might have a child that ends up being the pilot, and then you don't really have a good experience. But some people like it, some people don't, whatever. He opted not to go on it just because of the simulation. He wasn't quite ready. This was his first day at his first park, and he wasn't sure how the simulation was going to work with the Dramamine. So but you did end up going on Star Tours.
Star Tours, yeah.
So Star Tours is the first Star Wars ride that was ever there at the original park when it was MGM Studios, and he did not get sick on that ride.
Not at all. And I did some research, and I seen that was one of the more intense rides.
For simulation.
For simulated rides, yeah.
And for motion sickness. Yeah.
And it didn't at all, so that was cool. That was cool because it was a cool ride. I was hoping I could enjoy it and not have to suffer through it, and I didn't have to suffer through it. It was
very
fun.
Cool ride. The other rides, we did not get to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It was always at a steady 50-minute wait.
Or closed.
Or closed. That's another video that I'll do. But I have ridden it before multiple times, and it's unfortunate that he didn't get to do it because it is a very fun ride, and I would ride this ride over and over and over again. It does have a simulated drop. It's a simulated, not an actual drop. It's a simulated drop, so all you do is just close your eyes and you don't feel a thing, because it's simulated. So other than that, that is an awesome, fun ride. Like I said, I did it 3 times that one day that we were there at that park. So I would definitely ride that ride. So as far as Star Wars, skip or ride? Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, ride. Definitely ride.
Must ride Rise of the Resistance. As a new person just experiencing the park, you must ride Rise of Resistance. Star Tours, skip or ride?
If you think you'll be okay, I would ride it. It's pretty dang cool. And I get seasick bad. And that didn't mess with me. So I know we're all different, but I would give it a shot.
Just take your Dramamine. So now let's get into the better rides. You did Tower of Terror.
That ride was awesome.
That's a must ride.
That is a must ride for sure. For him. Oh yeah, no,
it is a must.
Really cool.
Stand in the queue, even if you are not riding this ride. It's great if you just stand with your family member or person, whoever you're with, because the queue doesn't disappoint you, and it's really cool. And I'm glad that I went and stood with him in every single queue, and got to experience the ride, just being in the line. And there's always an escape route, so just don't get agitated. There's always an escape route. You can just exit off the ride. It's no big deal. So what did you think of Tower of Terror?
Oh man, it was really, really fun. Another pretty immersive ride. You get into an elevators where you're sitting, and goes up one level. You see some.
They know the ride.
Okay, well, because I don't want to ruin it. Well, do they?
Yeah,
Okay,
they know
all
the
right.
ride. They just want your take as far as
I
like a first timer.
I thought it
You
was
rode it
amazing.
once.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I wish they would drop you more. Honestly, I love that kind of stuff. I could do that ride for 10 minutes. I'd be fine. I wish they would. I wish they would take you all the way to the top and then drop you all the way down
And then take you back
and then
up.
back. Yeah, do that a few times instead of.
They used to do it.
Because now they just throw your ass all the way up and let you drop, and that's really fun too. But man, I like the long drop. That's really fun, and then go back up and do all the other drops. That would be cool. If I had anything to critique it, it would be make it a little longer. But then that increases the wait time and it does all kinds of other stuff.
But it's got more than one elevator going at a time.
It does. Yeah, that's true.
Rockin' Roller Coaster. You were
Possibly.
thankfully enough to
Yeah.
see it before it changes
Yes.
into Muppet Roller Coaster. So it's still Aerosmith.
I don't know why they're gonna do that to it.
It's so sad. It is really cool in there. The queue is really awesome. You really get a sense of Aerosmith and what you're going to be getting on.
It's really cool.
The what is it? The ride itself is a long stretched limo. The car that you're in, and let me just tell you, this sucker is intense.
I think it takes off at 55 to 60 miles an hour from nothing.
From a dead stop.
Yeah, it just takes off. The first thing you hit is a big loop, and then everything's in the dark. And it was one of the best coasters there.
You loved it.
In fact, it might have been the best coaster. There's one more that gets close to it, but it was, if it's not one, it's two.
So you really liked Rock and Roller Coaster.
That was one of my favorite rides for sure.
Okay.
Of
Now,
all
we
the
did
parks.
not do Phantasmic because I boycott that show.
That's okay.
He's okay with that.
I'm there to ride rides.
Yeah, he's there to ride rides, and we're gonna just go ahead and go about our day here. So we did eat at the ABC commissary. Fantastic food. I thought it was great. We did catch the Wookie cookie. Terribly overrated. Do not get this cookie. The cookie is too thick. It's dry.
Yeah.
But I will say that the cream in the middle is delightful.
It's really good.
It's really good. But the cookie overall, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of what, $17-$12 for the damn cookie.
Oh.
So don't get it.
Probably.
Don't get it. Skip
over
it.
10.
Skip it. We ate at the 50s diner.
Well, that was dinner.
That was our dinner. We
had
had
lunch.
reservations. Great food.
Very good food. Yeah.
Very good food. Fantastic food. Service was okay. They didn't play with us like they say that they do. The waitresses.
They did a little bit. I mean, they were in character. They were just
in character.
Yeah, they weren't picking at you though. They weren't.
I would say the 50s diner is a must sit down restaurant. I think it's a must. The atmosphere is great. The food is down home, spot on cooking. The onion rings were a delight.
Oh, they're fantastic. Yeah, those were good. I had the fried chicken.
We split the fried chicken. Fantastic fried chicken. I think the chicken pot pie looked amazing.
Yeah, that did. It's huge.
It was huge portions. You can definitely share the portions here. But I loved my first time eating at 50s Diner. So
that was cool.
That's a must. If you're going to eat somewhere, eat there. Get a reservation ahead of time.
Yeah, definitely get a reservation.
Our lunch reservation.
This place I thought was so cool.
The worst restaurant that they say in Hollywood Studios is the drive-in.
Syfy Diner.
Syfy Diner drive-in. I found it absolutely adorable. It was so cool, so awesome.
It was really cool.
It's so dark in there. You get your little car. The only thing that I would say that I did not enjoy was that if you don't have a party of 4, you're sharing a back seat with somebody.
Yeah.
So It's okay
But you don't
because
see them.
they're in the back
yeah.
and they're looking at your backs
Mhm.
because we were in the front of the car and we had two people in the back of our
Mhm.
car. But the shows are cute, just they're just up there playing. You really feel like you're parked in a drive-in. Now we got the newest, we got the newest thing on the menu,
Yes.
which was the what burger?
It was the Reuben burger.
The Reuben burger.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. This place, you guys.
This thing was really good.
If you go on anything with the Disney dining and if you look up everybody hates this place. Everybody rags on it. Every single vlogger rags on it.
They rag on the food. They don't rag on the thing.
They rag on the food, but our food, that new burger, was fantastic, and we shared it.
It was really good.
And
it was really good.
Totally enough for both of us.
Yeah, it was.
We also had a overrated $7 shake.
I thought the shake was good.
The shake was pretty good. It was very, very thick. It was the Oreo cookie shake.
Yeah, milkshake. Yeah,
milkshake, and it was very, very thick.
It was thick. It was like a big thing of ice cream.
It was like a big thing of ice cream.
But it was good. It was really good.
It was really good. The service was fantastic.
The fries were good.
Fries were good. I don't know why people are saying horrible things about this place, but we had a fantastic time.
We did. They must have just turned it around, I guess.
They just turned it around.
Because it was not only was it so cool, but it was really good too.
It was really good, and it was worth going in, and we had a blast eating lunch there.
Yeah, we did.
The only thing I will say for Hollywood is that we had 2 reservations. I was doing 3. We had 2 reservations that really put a kink in our day. Not only because the parks were busy, not only because most of them were shut down most of the day, but it's just like we were there for our reservation and the ride would be open and it would be like a 30-minute wait instead of like a 50-minute wait. 50 or 60, yeah. It was messing with our times as far as like getting everything done. We also did some character visits.
Mm-hmm.
We met Darth Vader. We met BB-8.
Yep.
And we also met Chewbacca. Yes. So I will talk about character meets in another video. But basically that was our day at Hollywood Studios. Yeah. And we also had a lot of rain.
A lot of rain, yeah. Yeah, at the end, close to the end.
We also
that was nice because that opened up stuff. That's why we got to do the rock and roller coaster.
Attached with the 50s Diner is a little bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's Daddy's
liquor cabinet.
Daddy's liquor cabinet. So if you just if you're at the 50s Diner, there's like a small little door that's kind of hidden. If you just go through that door, that's the bar atmosphere. You can also wait in that spot if the other spot is too busy. And you had a lot of drinks in there.
I had a mojito and then a couple beers. They can't get the beers wrong. They did a good job on the mojito though. It was good. It was really good.
And I tasted it and it was pretty refreshing. I think that's it.
Yeah,
as far as
and we did some shopping mixed in there, but that's...
Oh yeah, we did the shopping, which is, you guys can shop.
Yeah.
Anything else about Hollywood Studios?
No, I think that about covers it. Yeah.
That's it for Hollywood Studios. It's a quick park,
Mm-hmm.
not much to it. We did shut it down at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it was a quick park. It took us just 12 hours to do.
Anyway, that's it for Hollywood Studios. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.